So now we have y equals x. I've already drawn the pre-image there for us. We're still using the same points. I'm going to go ahead and line it up. So y equals x is just a diagonal line. If you remember, it goes straight through the origin at 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Goes all the way across. And this way too. This is the line y equals x. So when you want to reflect across y equals x, what you're going to do is you are going to take the bottom right of your patty paper and you're going to flip it to the top left. So you're folding it diagonally like this. You're going to line it up. So I'll show that one more time. You're going to flip across, so you're taking the bottom right of your patty paper and you're flipping it to the top left. You're flipping it diagonally. You're going to go ahead and line up your x and y axis. I'm going to go ahead and draw the new point. So there's A. A is at 5, 3. A prime is at 5, 3. B is at 3, 1. B prime. And then C is up here. This is at 1, 6. So C prime is at 1, 6. So this one looks a little bit more confusing because they overlapped over each other. But let me show you a little trick. So let's write down the coordinates of A prime. A prime is right there, which is 5, 3. B prime is at 3, 1. C prime up here is at 1, 6. If you look at the coordinates here, it was 3, 5, now it's 5, 3. 1, 3, 3, 1, 6, 1, 1, 6. You might notice that the coordinates are just flip-flopped. So instead of x, y, now it is just y, x. So that's a quick shortcut. The last scenario we're going to look at on the front page is y equals negative x. Y equals negative x is similar to y equals x, which is my pink line. Y equals negative x is actually the straight line that goes in the opposite direction. So it's going to go this way. So this is y equals negative x. So now we're going to go ahead and flip it the other direction. So you're going to grab the top right piece of your patty paper and bring it diagonally to the bottom left. So bring it diagonally to the bottom left. Going to readjust so that it lines up with my x and my y axis. And you can see that now my new triangle is in the third quadrant here. So I'm going to go ahead and graph it. A prime is at negative 5, negative 3. B prime is at negative 3, negative 1. And then C prime is down there at negative 1, negative 6. I'm going to go ahead and connect my points to form my new triangle. I'm going to write down the coordinates. A prime is at negative 5, negative 3. B prime is at negative 3, negative 1. C prime is at negative 1, negative 6. So if you look here, when you're reflecting across y equals negative x, the numbers get flip-flopped and their signs flip. So I'm going to have negative y, negative x. Now, before I conclude this video, this reference sheet, which I gave to you with all of your worksheets, this right here will help you here. So if you look here over the x-axis, the x stays the same, the y's change signs. So on here, you can write y changes signs. If If you look here, when you reflect across the y-axis, the y's stay the same. So if they're positive, it stays positive. If it's negative, it stays negative. But the x changes signs. So if it was a positive x, it now becomes a negative x. If it was negative, it turns positive. Down here, y equals x. The x and the y, they just flip places. So x and y flip places. The signs stay the same. This one over here, the x and the y flip places and their signs change. So x and y flip and switch signs.